back. Iran's opening match in the FIFA Men's World Cup saw a few tense moments in Los Angeles. Demonstrators staged protests against the Iranian regime outside the stadium, angry that the regime remains in power despite the U.S. war against Iran. And inside the stadium, they were boos during the Iranian national anthem before the match even started. All right, let's go live now to CBS News correspondent Nicole Valdes, who's in Inglewood, California, for us today. Nicole, thanks for your time. So obviously, politics have put Team Iran in a very tough spot. How did what happened outside the stadium affect the team inside?
Well, Mugo, good news is that really those demonstrations we saw outside the stadium didn't really affect the team as they set off in their match against New Zealand yesterday. As you know, the match ended in a 2-2 draw between Iran and New Zealand. There were some audible boos during the national anthem prior to the start of the match, but for the most part, those demonstrations, those protests remained outside the stadium. We did see many Iranian natives waving the flag, saying that they want to send a message to the regime. Many of them say they don't necessarily, not support the players, but they don't necessarily support the regime. So they're trying to find a way to send that message. Inside the stadium, we did see several people who were there that were wearing shirts that had faces and names of several men and women who have been killed by the Iranian government over the last few years, and some that held up a number of people they say have been massacred. So, of course, definitely a tense moment, but overall, what I actually noticed quite interestingly was that every time Iran seemed to get control of that ball and during the 2 goals that they made, the cheers for the Iranian team and their players were louder than what we noticed for those for New Zealand at times.
I mean, that's good to know, at least, that they're getting some kind of support, because you have to separate the politics of all of that from the players themselves, because they're not their government. I want to turn now to the matches, because Iran's match against New Zealand was one of the 4 matches that ended in a draw. So just how unprecedented is that?
Yeah, this is really the example of why so many people have a love-hate relationship with soccer, right? Because we didn't see a single win in any of the matches yesterday, right? So that doesn't sound like an exciting or a good thing to say, but all in all, what you still saw was some great soccer played by those countries and incredible performances. You got to look at the Spain versus Cape Verde really matchup as an example of that. It was a 0-0 draw there, but for the small country of Cape Verde to hold a tournament favorite Spain to no goals is certainly a win in their book. And in fact, it actually does still give them a point in their World Cup run. So a good sign for the small team of Cape Verde there. Definitely a stunning issue for Spanish fans there who were certainly not expecting that.
Yeah, that was a big deal and shocking to see, but, happy for Cape Verde. That's great for them. So I know you're watching some big matches today, including one that will feature a soccer legend in his last World Cup. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, 2 big global football stars expected to start their World Cup runs today. Of course, you have the Argentina game today. They will take on Algeria later on tonight. And of course, that is the GOAT that we're talking about, Messi, who's expected to start today's match. We also will see France take on Senegal in just a couple of hours there. France is certainly one of the teams that has what some might say arguably a better chance of winning or going much further in this tournament. But of course, Argentina is still the defending champion of the World Cup. So those are going to be games that I think a lot of people would be interested to see just how that plays out.
So exciting. We'll see what happens. Nicole Valdes, thanks again for joining us today. Appreciate your time.